I've got something on my conscience. I'm honest, I'm off the liquor, moving cautious. I'm off this, I got something on my conscience. I'm honest, but the moment makes me doubt it. I'm nauseous.
Alright, boom. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Let's get right into it. Brainwashing. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or is it just a thing? You know? The reason why I asked this question is because it's come to my attention that a lot of you seem to think you're not brainwashed in one way or another. And I think I'd be remiss if I didn't let you know that, in fact, pretty much everybody is brainwashed in one way or another. The terminology is just changed, switched around, so that when you hear it, you don't seem to think of it as the same thing. You seem to think of it in a different, more prestigious category. The brainwashing I'm talking about is education. That's a form of brainwashing. Now, when I say the word brainwashing, and I'm gonna keep saying the word brainwashing, because some of you out there are gonna hear the word brainwashing and automatically be like, no, education is not brainwashing. There's no way education is brainwashing. Let me break it down for you this way. The definition of brainwash in the dictionary: pressurizing someone into adopting radically different beliefs by using systematic and often forcible means. Now, piece by piece, that definition already applies to so many different things in your daily life that you might not be aware of. There are so many things in your life that you have been pressurized into adopting. Beliefs, understandings, feelings, normal, natural things, tics, habits, mannerisms. There's so many things that have been programmed into you by so many sources all at once. And if you're unaware that your brain can sometimes act as this one massive sponge that just takes in all this information at all times, whether you're conscious of it or not, there is so much information that you are taking in all at once. It is astounding. Regardless of the processes that anyone can come up with right now, the greatest computer that we have been able to identify and study and talk to is the human brain. In order for human beings to have managed to get to where we are today, we had to prioritize which data we were allowing to stay and which data we would allow to be cleaned out of our brains. The educational system begins with you learning the fundamentals of daily human life. In order to live within the human society, there were certain fundamentals that you had to start learning first. But don't take my word for it. On the screen, I'm going to be showing you the early childhood development guidelines from grade 000 to grade 3 as of November 2015. The people here have envisioned a 21st century child that they will begin building, that they will begin programming from scratch. And this is how it works. I'm gonna quote them verbatim. So, globalization means that children need to prepare academically for an increasingly competitive global landscape, at the same time learn to collaborate with others from all over the world. Technology has changed our access to information and knowledge. Children now need the skills to be able to sort, analyze, and understand vast amounts of data. A dynamic world economy requires creativity and innovation. So how do we prepare children for tomorrow's knowledge-based, highly competitive, highly innovative careers in an increasingly complex and globalized world? And throughout this entire thing, they have all these different graphs and these models and these tables that specifically lay out what it is the child needs to be able to do within that kind of period of time. Expect the child to be able to do, what code they expect the child to respond, what kind of brainwashing, what kind of information that they understand, and what information that they write off as unnecessary. That is the core purpose when you begin to educate a human child, to teach them the difference between what they should be consuming and what they should not be consuming. And that is through the reward system that is created between the school and the home. If at school, they get rewarded for understanding certain types of information that will help them advance in the society the school wants them to fit into, then that'll be good for them. But if they head home and try practice those same things and their parents reject it for religious or personal beliefs, then the child will have to figure out a way to balance the priority of information in their brains, especially when the information they're receiving from school and from home are radically different worlds. Brainwashing is incredibly important to make sure that the dirt and the gunk that can get stuck up in our brains is cleaned out periodically and consistently in order to keep our brains fresh and able to consume the information that we would like to prioritize. A lot of things are happening. I don't usually do this, but I'd like to request that whatever God or force or source or feeling or being or understanding that you sometimes surrender yourself to, please ask them to give me the clarity of mind. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment if you're in your feels. Share it if you disagree, so that the other people who disagree with you will come and watch this video and you guys can all disagree together.